Okay, since I'm gonna have to replace the starter on this, evidently, to move forward with the timing belt, I'm gonna go ahead and change course and do that. And so first thing I'm gonna do, the starter's down in there, and I'm thinking that on this one I can probably do this from up here. Unlike a 240, you can't do the top bolt at all on it, but I believe this car's got more room down in there. So what I'm going to start by doing is I'm going to remove the inlet piping. So you're going to have to clamp here, this has to come off, and then you got clamp up here. So we'll get that out of the way and go from there. Okay, I'm in one of my most favorite places in the world, which is underneath the car, trying to get starter bolts out. And I just wanted to show you on this Volvo, this is a B240 series engine. Here's the starter. We're on the driver's side of the engine. If you look up there, that's up in the engine compartment. There's the oil pan, red block engine. There's a transmission, so that should orient you where you're at. So what you have to do to get this starter out, once you've taken the connections off, which I have, it's very simple. Just a spade connector and a 13 nut, and they come out easily. You have to get under here and you have to tackle these two bolts. One here on the bottom, and then up in there kind of hiding. Let's see if I can get some more light on that. There it is. Up there is the other one, and that's the tight one to get to. So this is a 740, and there's more room in it than a 240. Those of you with a 240, I feel for you, because I just had to lay in the gravel at the junkyard yesterday and take one off of it. I think on those you can kind of loosen the trans mount up back there and sort of move the transmission over, but this one's got more room, but I still think I'm going to have to use some extensions and things like that to get to that. But normally they come out pretty easily once you get them broke loose, so I'm going to work on that. And once we get those out, this should just slide out the front, and you can lower it down and see what's going on with it. This one I don't know what its story is. It looks like it's original, but it's dead. All it does is clack when you what am I looking at? Well, this car's got stuff everywhere, things I've never seen before. But anyway, all it does is clack. It rarely will spin and turn the engine, so there's something burned up in it. So I got to get at this and get those bolts out, and I'll show you when we get the starter out. See you then. Well, I'm getting ready to throw a starter back on this car, and I've decided to go ahead and use the one I bought from the junkyard. I tested both these, and I'm kind of mystified about what's going on here, because both of them worked fine off the car using a set of jumper cables. But that one there is the original off the car, and it would not work. It would just, the solenoid would throw out, and that's it. And that's not necessarily the starter. I was looking in here at this battery connection, and it may be difficult to see, but that thing has got a crack in it right there. Right about right there. So I don't know if that was pre-existing or what happened with that, but I'm going to go ahead and change it out. I've got a new one of those, another cheapo to put on it, but it's new at least, and maybe it'll work. So that could have been the problem all along, but I'm just suspicious of that original starter, and I know that one, the car it came out of was wrecked, so I know it was working when it was in the car, hopefully. So I'm going to do that now. It's going to be really hot today, and I don't know how long I'm going to stay out here since it's a Sunday, and I've got to clean the place up, and I've decided to go ahead and just order the counter hold tool to go on here to take off that crank pulley. I don't feel like messing around with it any other way of doing it, so just use the right tool. Hate to have to pay for it, but I put the PCV system back together last night, so that should be good to go. So okay then, I'll catch you guys up. We're probably going to get back on this timing belt in the next videos that I make, but I may just do a starter demonstration video here in a minute if it works. See ya. Mr. C is on the move, doing his dog walk today. Well, I don't know exactly what I did, but I went ahead and that's always scary, isn't it? Went ahead and replaced this battery terminal with a new one and cleaned up all the connections, and I put in the spare starter that I got from the junkyard, and now it's working. So, seems to be. So. Ooh, it's hot in here. Okay then. Now for reference, I have the fuses. I have the fuses for the fuel pump pulled, and I have the coil disconnected, so it's not, you know, it's not pumping fuel or anything like that. I'm just wanting to test the starter. So, okay, well, I've got that. So next up is I've got to go to work a couple days this week. Be tied up for that. Won't be able to do any car work anyway. So I'm going to order the crank pulley holder. You'll see that when I get that here, and use that, and we'll go ahead and do the timing belt, finish that job up, and with any luck we'll have this thing back on the road and see what we got here, see if we have a good engine or not, or something else going on. Oh yeah, I guess I need to see if I can get that mount ordered for that. About forgot that. But right now I got to clean tools up and put them back where they go, and clean that mess there up and that kind of thing, and get ready and head on out. So appreciate you guys watching, and so hopefully we'll get this old car to go pretty good soon. See you then. Have a good one.